Excuse me, man. Take four. Take four. Hopefully the audio was okay this time, man. I just don't know why it's acting like this, bro. Alright, it finally sounds like it's actually good. I'm gonna check it again after I do the intro. It's EP.3 here, and I've arrived back in the Ace Attorney trilogy, and it's been some time actually. When was the last time I recorded this game? I have no idea. But we come back to the cult lobby. We check it one more time. Let me see. Alright, it sounds cool still. Okay, it's January 8th, 1:21 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Also, I wasn't even going to play this game today, but it's been so long since I played it, I decided to do it today. I was actually thinking about playing Red Dead, because as y'all know, and if y'all didn't know, if y'all new here, I've never played Red Dead before, so I was thinking about playing that, but most likely we'll play that tomorrow, and if I don't play that tomorrow, then I don't know. So we're finally going to see the Tigre on the stand. We almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? And I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now. He said he was just doing what the Tigre told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal. Oh, man, here you go. Why you look so angry, bro? Fix your face. Smile a little bit. You still mad because you can't get Maggie, huh? What are you so jumpy about, detective? Your hair standing on end. Alright, I actually have a question, right? Because obviously I know this game go past this. There's a lot of different other games. Does him and Maggie ever get together? Do that become a thing? I'm just so curious, bro, because he want her bad. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Top Knot. It's not a top knot. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright? I can't stand when I don't have a job to do. I kinda get wound up. No kidding. How did everybody start growling? You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the things. I can get some prints and not analyze for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have really decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour. You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Whoa, bro. What, bro? See, I don't even know. I haven't been on the game in I don't know how long. Dog. I don't want to pick the wrong one, bro. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna be honest. In this one situation, I'm gonna look it up because I legit don't know, and it's been too long. I don't know where we left off at and what we need to now analyze. So yeah, this for the one time I'm going to look it up. What? This is episode 3. Of course I get hit with an ad. YouTube always makes sure you get hit with an ad when you're trying to look for something. It never fails. You can never click on a video when you're trying to look for something and it's going to actually work. Okay, but see, I figured it was gonna be that, but I didn't want to pick it. course it's this. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey, that's a small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. Now you always know, since we did that, since that seemed like the correct thing to do, at least, you know, going off the video, and going off the dialogue, does he just, if you hand him something that's not that, does he still take it? Would you lose the case if you give him the wrong thing? Now I'm just curious about that, but, you know. It's pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Okay. January 8th, 1:56 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this serial Tigre? I even tamed him for you. If it was there, it was a 3-cup job. No problem. This man is coffee obsessed, bro. I don't think you'll ever see anybody who drank coffee more than this man. Like, is coffee that good, dog? For him to be this addicted to it? Like, what is his obsession with coffee? Tamed him. The guy's name may be Serial Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites. Very well. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Tigre. Wait. Is it? Have I been saying his dog. Did he just roar, bro? Have I been saying his name wrong? Is it Tigre and not Tigre? Has it been Tigre this whole time? Alright, bro. I'm gonna call him Tigre then. Tigre. I don't know. Tigre it is, bro. What? Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there is room for me down there too. Would you mind? What'd you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. Could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge. I've got business to take care of. You hear me? So who the heck caught me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. It was the judge. Bro, I know he's not hiding. Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings, it's normal. That's it. We're doing... Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the heck was it that caught me in here? There's no need to shout, we can all hear you. What did you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that holds you in. Too cool. Did he really just tame this man for real? Like, what? Don't let him get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mass boy. I mean, you didn't attend the previous trial, Maggie, right? Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us what we... Bro, is you gonna get from underneath your desk, yo? Like, what's up with him? Like, bro. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. Bro, put your tongue back in your mouth, bro. He's did one. You the one who set this up, didn't you? He's gonna regret the day you ruffled the Tigers. Why did I say Tigers? Tigre's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick. Yo. I just like the fact that they looking at this man. This man was in this very courtroom trying to defend Maggie, and they legit thought this was Phoenix Wright. I can't believe it, bro. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it, dog. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. I don't think Violetta like you after what you've been saying about her. At last, I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Cross-examination. Dog. What is it, please? Witness, if you could restrain from shouting like that. I know the kind of game that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000 and you're gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one contract I refuse to sign. And I don't think it ain't gonna be hurt when you tangle with the Tigre. Dog. Ha. I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute. It's really not. This witnesses. How can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle? Get on his bad side, he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of, big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. Don't he be on that scooter though? The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant present of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Bro, is she ever gonna stop hiding? So, like, when was the last time we had to do this? Because it was something like this before. Was it I think it was when Mo was in the stands, I believe. You couldn't just keep pressing him because he just was going, you know, come on out from under there already. Would you, Maya? Alright. So we're really gonna have to pay attention. We can't just press everything. We only have to press what we deem is important. So let's hope we don't just fail. And we already got 2 bars missing. So I don't know exactly what we failed at doing the last time, but let's not do that. I don't know how many bars they're gonna take off again. I think it'd probably only be like 2. They don't really tell you. You just have to press and know. I ain't know nothing about no murder. You think? Just think. All you had to do is press on something irrelevant and bam, 50,000. Get real, Maya. How about you pay back the money then? Your allowance should cover it. Hey, I'm no idiot, you know. Well, I'm certainly not the one who thought the 50,000 was free money. Anyway, I need to work this guy without pressing his testimony too hard. But his testimony is pretty solid as it is. I admit nothing jumps out at me as a contradiction. But I've got to find an opening somewhere, or I need to make one. Alright, let's see. That's kind of crazy though. We come back. We come back and we missing low-key something. We had to get a bottle away. Now we can't just press them. Just to press them, we have to press them where it makes sense at. See, I wish I did this when I was fresh off the last video. But now I kind of just have to lock back in. So let's see. Nothing about no murder. It ain't much to press. So maybe press this. Maybe ask him about this. By Violetta. You're talking about the Cardaverni families. Yeah, you don't want to cross them, or you's gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes. Once the Godfather finds out you've been dragging Violetta through the mud, he'll do you in. Isn't that exactly what you're doing, though? Like, sorry, I couldn't quite put it all together towards the end there. You said that just like Viola, didn't he? I get the feeling this might not be the right time to Oh, alright. Oh, alright. So you can ask. Alright. I get the feeling this might not be the right time to probe him about her. Alright. We gonna leave that for now. Alright. Okay. That one for sure. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cardigan? She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. That seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Bro! There he goes again. What the Tigre did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? I feel like we should press him here though. Because what could he possibly been doing? Mr. Tigre, what do you want? Yo, why is he always somebody gotta stop this man, bro. Why is he always interrupting me? He always interrupting everybody. Growling and all that. Would you stop growling? You wild animal? Or you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. Objection. This is a dead end, Trite, and you know it. Remember the rules? No, it's essential that we establish the witness alibi accurately. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness last statement was important. Mr. Goddard, if you could please. Mr. Trite, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony. I said Mr. Trite. I meant, bro, don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor. Ask him yourself. The day you was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. I feel like we should press him on that too. Because it's like, not press him. Give out evidence. Because he's clearly lying. Because of this thing right here. You're lying, buddy. Mr. Tigre. You claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg. But it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tigre. And the date, December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So Mr. Tigre, jeez. Every time I see the TIG, and then I was like, bruh, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. You about to growl, ain't you? I'm not gonna, bro. See, I knew you was about to growl. Not bad. She's actually not bad. So, sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. He's calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing? So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth. Ha. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness? He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. Pause. The victim, Glenn Elk. I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elk. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted to borrow some cash from me. Borrow cash from me. I set up meeting with the guy at my office tender lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever show up. So I ain't never been to that Tribulations joint. You hear me? Wow, I keep adding words that he ain't saying. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. I've arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Okay, I'm assuming the same rules apply here with the pressing thing. So we gotta figure out first. Let's tradition. Do you think he really didn't meet Gumshoe? Not likely, because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing. You mean that whole testimony you just gave was a lie? Of course. So we can't afford to give him time to think of ways to plug the leaks in. I've got to know while I still can. I feel like it gotta be this. It's either this or this. But I definitely feel like he's definitely lying. Obviously. So it's either this or this. We can afford to press him. We only but lose one bar. We have evidence of him being there? Oh, hold on. There we go right there. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What are you talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. If you'd really never been to Tribulations before, what was the book of restaurant matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around in my stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no board controlling me. Order, well, witness? I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Bro. Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. Dog, he just really be... he really be growling. I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But, okay. I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elk that day. He did put poison in his coffee. He must have. At Tribulations. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop siren on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. If I wait around... around here any longer. I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Ha! No problem. Anytime Tribes presses you on something irrelevant, obviously he pays a penalty. Mr. Goda, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir. Bro, I hate this judge, bro. He just be letting everybody run his court, but then be trying to press me when I'm out of line, but he don't press nobody else. Like, it's crazy. A special express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know, since you're paying. Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Alright. Let's see. It's obviously he's lying again. So I feel like it definitely has something to do with this and this. But I feel like wouldn't he have ran into Kudo here if he left? I was late out, so can't be. And then like it's no way nobody didn't see him walk in the store. It'd be impossible for nobody just to miss him. Somebody had to see this man going into the store, bro. And no, cause then Maggie said it was two people at the table. But apparently nobody else seen him, apparently, man. I like how his testimony is just getting shorter and shorter when you really think about it. Look. It's clearly it's not this. It's clearly this. But it's what we gotta figure out. When I opened the door, I saw one ugly scene. Let's look. So that's the X has to be where he died at. I don't think you could even see. You can't even see that when you open the door, because the door would have to be that little spot right there. So yeah, how would he even see that? You're something off alone collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the Tigre's clutches. I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision will have covered an area something like this. Indeed, the witness will have had a clear view of the victim's seat. I realized I just said the door right there, but like y'all couldn't even see what I was pointing at. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. You did not say that. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think that. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Why, that's true. Now look at this plane. Look at the planes again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. He's sweating now. So, from the entrance of the Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him. Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But Maggie said it was two men there, but the defense just proved the point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glen L, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. That will do. This trial is going on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was the real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Ogg and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. Now, we know that Viola obviously poisoned the coffee, bro. She put the poison in the coffee. But what did he do? It would have to be Viola, right? But then again, like, nah, he could have did something else. It's clearly him. I mean, because Viola not in here. But she's involved. So we just gonna pick him. We only missing 2 cards if we don't get this right, so obviously the killer is serial Tigre. No one else could have done it. What? Well, witness? Now that's cute. You just think you could pin this on the Tigre? Maybe you just don't understand. The Tigre is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts. You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright? Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. He don't go out the only one not being a turkey right now. I gotta clap it, bro. Everybody clap it up for him, bro. You gotta respect him. Everybody else in the courtroom being a turkey, they letting this man growl and all that like he a real animal, and it's scaring everybody. Like, bro. Mr. Goda? Them coffees, all the coffee he drinking help keep him calm, bro. Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't just see the victim. Oh, no. The servant girl brought him a Javicino. She puts out in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuous. Bro. Conspicuous. Bro. What did I just say at the beginning, bro? Bruh, conspicuously put some white powder in there. Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Ha! Found your pen at last, Trite? It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed 2 people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Ogg, and the waitress from behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright? I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Ogg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? The defendant, Miss Byard, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used our fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? Violetta, obviously. Who is this woman? Her name is Viola. Cardverny. She's an employee of Tender Lender. You's making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick. Where was it? Oh, I said, where was I? Bro, I'm reading this. It ain't hitting today, y'all. It is not hitting today. Yes, the defendant, Miss Bryant, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bryant seemed to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, once for real and once for show. And Mr. Tigre knew Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. He about to start growling just wildly.
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
He's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about. You've got it all wrapped up nice, huh, Wright? But you've missed one real important thing. But that can't be. I was in a joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him. You hear me?
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
Ha! What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at trust being between yourself and the victim?
I feel like now he about to bring Armstrong into this, because he has yet to mention him, but Armstrong was mentioning him, so I feel like he's about to talk about Armstrong. Ties to the victim. Yeah, I loaned Big L. Why was I about to call him Bun L? Loaned L cash, about $100,000. That day was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date. See. So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over.
Now I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Ogg was $50,000.
Yeah, well, you got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't had no reason to kill a kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. This motive, he has to have one, but what is it? Alright. Can we actually go back to pressing him, or is that like... Let me see. Did he have any way of paying the loan back? The fool was a gambler. He said he couldn't give it up until you landed a big win. So I agreed to help him.
Help him? You?
I kept hitting him with ideas for ways he could get a big win. But the guy kept losing. So you were helping him for his sake, or yours. Went through compromise. You help me, I help you. What's the difference, huh? I don't believe this. Would anyone really loan money to someone they thought was unreliable? Like, for example, if it were you, I'd only loan you $5 max. Thanks a lot, Maya. Alright, let's see what Maya has to say. So the Tigre was meeting Glenn L to get his money back. If Mr. L had just given him the lottery ticket, that would have been the end of it. Yeah, so what's the Tiger's motive? It's the big one. If I don't manage to undermine his testimony, it's all over for us. Why would he have poisoned Mr. O? And why did he loan him the money in the first place, when he knew he couldn't repay him? Alright. So how much were you expecting him to pay you back on that day? What did you think? The whole package, 100,000, including interest. That's a real heavyweight punch. Once a client misses a repayment, you call the whole loan in. You want to make it in my world? That's all you gotta know.
How many times has Mr. O been late for his repayment?
Once. And how much was he supposed to pay back every month? $50. Sounds like Mr. O was in a real sticky spot. Yeah. At $50 a month, he'll never pay a huge loan off. Just $50 a month? I mean, that's not bad, but like, bro, buddy gotta be really struggling. Like, how much did he have left on his debt? You wanted in round figures? About $100,000. That's the whole amount. We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet. What? You telling me he wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee?
He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. O.
That guy was smooth, I tell you, real smooth. You have your money in less than 5 minutes. That's what he says to me. The guy then calls me Tender Tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me. Tender Tiger. Was that because the guy won the lottery? Was his last chance at a big win?
You can confirm that this is the ticket in question.
That's it.
The Millionaire Radio Show starts at 1:30 p.m. and runs for 10 minutes. That fixes the time you two met with some accuracy.
And the whole scene was acted out and again in 30 minutes later. Also that Mr. Kudo would see it. I can still see the kid's face now. I ain't never gonna forget it. Was there anyone else in the restaurant at the time? I don't remember. If there was no one there, I'll wear the ridiculous Tiger shirt for a month. Wear that. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Carterverney were all there at that time.
So the victim had intended to repay you from his lottery winnings from the beginning.
Seems that way to me.
But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you?
Ha! The undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had. That's what defines a true gambler. It makes it sound so cool. Don't be tempted, Nick. You haven't got the willpower for it. All I know is the kid took a shot and he got lucky in the end. The waitress, you mean? The girl with the glasses and the vintage chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten away, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I should push a little on this. Ask what Maggie did. Yeah, what did she do? What exactly are you implying the defendant did? How about you go ask Four Eyes about the $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad. She poisoned El's coffee. A likely theory your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre. Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Trite. The law don't exactly agree with some of the deals I sent down. Couldn't be there when the cop showed up, so I split.
Let's see.
Your Honor, the witness' last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee.
I concur, Mr. Godot. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness.
So that's what you was after, Phoenix, right? Thanks to what she did, my business with that kid was over. The Tigre is trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things will have been over and done with? Are yous all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I could tell from the witness testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony, or would you like it amended?
Dog, I'm not gonna leave this obvious because, like Violetta is so in love with this man. At least what she was telling us, she'd do anything for this man because she believed that he cared about her. Like, dog, I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended.
Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please.
I was after the 100,000. I didn't have no other reason to kill the guy. Now, I'm going to tell you why he's lying. Man. Well, first, I'm going to press him just so y'all can see what he says. Are you saying you had no other motive that day? Yeah, so what? Then, why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left? Why did you think because of... Bruh. Why did you think because of Four Eyes over there? Because of Maggie? How about you go X Four Eyes about the $500,000 ticket? Alright, yeah, we know all this. We know all this. Alright, that's what they say. Alright. Well, he gotta press him again. We obviously know what it is. Wait. Am I tripping or? Alright, there it go. Alright. The MC Bomber, because you know the virus. Obviously. So you intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Oak owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Oak, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after. What are you getting at, Trite? What else would a money lender be after other than money? Oh, the money lender was after money, but money in a totally different league. That kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. Oh yeah, we got you.
What is that?
A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber.
A computer virus? What does one of those do?
A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer.
Computer?
Bro, you cooking me, bro. No way you don't know what a computer is. No way, bro.
What does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market.
Several $1 million?
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glen Elg had no way to repay this money is crucial.
What?
Glen Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection!
Buddy sweating real hard over there. You're trying to suggest a witness motive was to get hold of that program. Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he's by no means an idiot, Trite. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. What if he hadn't needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to tune of $1 million?
Now, we know this. Where is that? I think we passed. There right there. That right there. In December 1 last year. Oh, I said 1. Bro, my reading is cooked, bro. This video is cooked, this video. It has not been good. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic incident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much of this did you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full.
$1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue those HMOs.
Ha! I won't pay a bill like that. The medical association got wind of it. The hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Alright, there you go, growling again.
Order, you say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright.
Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cartaverni. Did you say Cartaverni? Bruto Cartaverni, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and dotting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cartaverni. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruto Cartaverni demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. But Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on that lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on that all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. We're gonna put the secret stuff in the coffee. So he resorted to legitimate means. Illegitimate. That's crazy. He murdered Glen Elg and then made his next move to frame Maggie Byer for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elg, while Viola Cartaverni played the role of Miss Byer. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. Look how he eating them seeds, dog. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too, $500,000 in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. But he don't know what to say. He's stunned.
Order.
Bro, he always growling, bro. What's wrong with him? Somebody lock this up, bro. Oh, man. Growl. You just put on a good show, Spiky. If you just want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. But you did it. Like, what you mean? You did it. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Byard had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, he pretended to be Phoenix. Obviously. Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? Oh, that's 3 bars. What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? The trick? The trick? Y'all wanna know his plan? What is his plan? Would I tap on him? Nah, no way, right? I feel like wouldn't the trick be the... What would you need to prove that he was pretending to be me? Oh, the badge. This fake badge. This fake badge.
What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation.
You were fooled by it. Like, what? Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me.
What?
That's
the
truth.
But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright.
You don't say.
Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? You no doubt it was you, standing in here this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disputable, shabby defense I've ever seen.
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here as a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Hey.
Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir? No, this isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court, we deal with people's lives.
Mr. Gordon is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now, however. I preside over the court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by memory without evidence supporting.
No! Bro, what? What? I feel like you remembering is enough evidence. Like, what?
If the defense had no further evidence, the court would now excuse the witness. The circumstances around Mr. Tigre's are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far.
You say he impersonated Glenn L. You say he impersonated you.
But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Wait. Is this the time Gumshoe is about to show up, bruh? Ha! Look at him. He went from being all making that face and now look at him again. Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the Tigre or you're gonna get mauled. Yeah, you got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha! Don't start playing this theme song, dog. Looks like I won't be needing a refill. Dog. Gumshoe, where are you? If we just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
Witness cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre.
Dog. Objection! Somebody! Hold it! Your Honor, sir. Wait! Look at Gumshoe! Listen, now, there's gotta be another ending to this. Right? Because, wait, hold on, let's play it out first.
Detective?
Detective Gumshoe? Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, this works. I said this, the works, so here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
What is it, detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final, decisive piece of evidence.
What?
Oh, look at everybody talking. Dog. How? Like, I don't know if I should end the video or not. Or should I just keep it going? I'm assuming it's about to be over. Should I just keep it going? I feel like I should just keep it going, right? Just end it. If this is the end, I hope it's the end. January 8th, 2:48 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results? I bought the prints, pal, from the medicine bottle. Oh, so, do you know who the prints belong to now? Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So, tell us. They're the Tigers, right? I knew it. You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. They're Furious Tigre's paws prints, alright. That's great, we got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick. I know. Look, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on the bottle now. Huh? What? Why not? What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the Tigre put poison in Glenn Elg's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never any use. Never of any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This was our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal. Detective? Gumshoe? But Maggie? You've been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now. Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we could do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. So does this play out differently if we give him the wrong piece of evidence? Because I'm sure we just didn't get it back and it's useless. It has to, you know, it has to be something for us to use. January 8th, 3:04 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, he really like Phoenix. Like from the back, bro, you just see him like that. He just like Phoenix with another suit.
Hey, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you discovered.
Yes. Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will eventually stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. Accused lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the
evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. We've really backed into a corner here. Maybe if I think he's got me beat. Maybe if he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright.
Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court. It gotta be that then, right? Because, like, what else would it be? This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victims?
Your Honor? Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What?
But Mr. Wright, what conclusive are you hoping to draw from this new information?
What conclusion? Everyone here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man, one person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. I don't know why I couldn't say it, dog. My prints are on that pansy looking bottle, and is that what you're saying? Well, what the heck's in it anyway? A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and a phony clue. And phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence.
Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt.
Why? Oh, wait, hold on. Why? Because it contains... All use is crazy. The victim's ear medicine. Potassium cyanide. Wait. Isn't that the ear medicine? No. Isn't this the poison, right? Hold on, bro. But don't we already have... This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
I don't feel like it's not his ear medicine. Poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre's, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? If you about to, look, you started. Ha 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 ha! Make a good clown. You know that? What? You ain't never gonna get this to stick. You just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you fools, right? That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get ripped into shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown and it was made of glass. The cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. Goofy. He just told on himself. Dog. Got him at last. What? Why is everyone going quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the bottle of cyanide was in. But yous ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. You really had nothing to do with the murder. You shouldn't have known all the little detail. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You just don't know who you was messing with. I'm the Tigre. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with the phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all. Dog, what is, bro, my controller is vibrating like crazy, bro. He really like an animal, though. In that frame, bro, he really like he transformer or something. What? Dog. What's going on? Did he turn the lights off? It looks like a blackout. That looked terrifying in the dark, dog. Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Dog, savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. Buddy threw his cup of coffee at me in the dark. It's crazy, dog.
Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe. But if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot?
He is being arrested on the suspicion of the murder of Glen L, Your Honor.
Fortunately for us, we've managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bryant was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was. And in the absence of a genuine in the absence of genuine evidence. But the Tigre made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Theo Tigre is a truly frightening criminal.
Dog, so... Dang. So if we don't pick that, we just pick anything, we wouldn't get a good ending. Because we lied and said this stuff was in here. It wouldn't have worked if we said it was in anything else. Wow. Ha. The truly frightening one. It's the defense attorney over there. Godot.
Well, I'm now in position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bryant,
not guilty. Clap it up, everybody. Clap it up. Yeah.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Hey, man, we out of here, man. We saved Maggie. Let's go. January 8th, 4:10 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 1. Mr. Wright, I'm at loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Maggie, come on now. It was clear it was the man up there, bro. How did you look at him and I still don't understand how anybody looked at that man and thought he was Phoenix. I don't see it. They don't act the same. They not even the same age. Like, come on now, dog. Come on, man. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was a tiger. Look, Nick, in the doorway. Oh, here we go. Detective Gumshoe. Him and Maggie about to have a little heart-to-heart now. Bro, I tapped A. Whoa. Wait. I couldn't even read. I tapped A. Like, it skipped so fast. Detective Gumshoe? Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh, well, I was. Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you, bro. Wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got this medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Oh, dang. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this. I wanted to believe that, sir. On that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me. That's why he thought I might have done it. I've got to prove her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. What do we give her? The weenies? You gotta give her the weenies, I think. He made these weenies, bro. Gotta be the weenies, bro. Yeah, let's give her the weenies. Here you are, a present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? And she didn't even eat the weenies. She was happy about them, but she didn't eat the weenies.
I actually really like weenies, you know.
Yo, whose stomach was that? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? Now you want to eat the weenies. What do you want? So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good. Dog. So I'm glad I didn't end the video. I would have had to pick it back up and would have had like a 14-minute video of an extra, you know, the false allegations surrounding Maggie had all been cleared up. And she cooked them weenies. Who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. Alright, that's the end of episode 3. Okay. Chapter 4. Oh, I said chapter 4. Episode 4. Oh, you got Edriff on there. Edriff back. Brand new episode has been added. Who is that in that little I seen that little picture down there? I guess we'll find out in the next episode. It's good that we came back and immediately ended this. So now we're on episode 4. Which could be the last episode of the game, I believe. Because, you know, the last couple games, besides, like, the first game that went to, like, 5 episodes. But, yeah. So, alright, y'all, that's the end of the video. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Turn post notifications on. It was a long one today. So, y'all see this pop up on y'all phone. Y'all get that notification. You know, grab your snacks or whatever. Your drinks. Eat some fries. I don't know. Eat a pie. Yeah.